block is hot, the block is hot. The block is hot, the block is hot.
Like, what's it been like for you and all your gameplay team to like meet the community and interact with the community and then have them playing, you know, the product before launch? Is it a pretty cool feeling to build that relationship, you know, and you said this is the third year in a row. How's it been over the years and how's that affected the gameplay?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're bringing back, at least today, there's at least 4 or 5 returning people. So we've already have kind of relationship and a rapport, and you know, the first time some of these guys came in, it wasn't like they're ready to just give us their raw feedback, you know?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment.
Jimmy Butler.
We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Now, with that ACL injury, Jamal Murray has had a lot to overcome, but his work ethic has always been a constant.
Absolutely, David. Thanks. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. We've got Caleb Martin, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Murray. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Wiggins in at the 3. And for the Raptors, Vucevic is out there with Gallinari. Then it's Thomas. Then it's Cunningham. And it's Butler in at the small forward.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Murray finds DiVincenzo. From outside, off the mark. And the Raptors with possession. Cunningham with it. Now guarded by Murray. And the shot goes in.
Love seeing Cade zip back in transition and doing everything he can to convert on the break.
A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Thomas passes to Butler. Passes it to Cunningham. Gallinari with it. Outside Butler. Outside Thomas. No good from outside. The Thunder have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. To the middle. Here's Drummond. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This last chunk of the season could be it for some of the aging stars in the league, which, Brent, is kind of tough to watch. Going back to personal experiences, when did you know that it was time to retire?
Well, Kevin, you just know. It's really hard to describe, but my last year in Houston, the season finished up, and I just thought about what it is that I could do to still contribute to the team, and it really didn't live up to some of the standards that I had for myself. And so with a lot of deliberation, I felt like now was the time. And it's always a very difficult decision.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Cunningham dishes it to Thomas. Pass to Vucevic from outside the arc. That one, no good. So the Thunder will take it the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
Saw the box score the next day and thought about those percentages. They had guys just going off in that one.
Gallinari outside. He kicks to Vucevic. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Drummond. And the layup's good off the glass. Drummond's got 6.
He's one of the best in the league at just grabbing those O boards. And we've seen him do it year in and year out.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, but when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it is just not going to be your night.
Yeah, you check the stat sheet and you can dominate just about every other facet of the game, but it's not going to make up for anything if you shoot the ball at such a low percentage.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Thunder. Cunningham can't get it to fall.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
From deep. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
What you love about Vucevic, the consistency, solid shooting percentages, and he's averaged double-digit rebounds for the last 5 years.
And it's Wiggins missing. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. They trail by 1. And it's Butler missing. Thunder shooting 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. The 3 for DiVincenzo. No good. Shot missing.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And it's Butler with the jam.
There's so much rarity in a wing or big guard like Cade. To have that kind of vision is special.
You know, Greg, adding to that for Vucevic, the last 2 seasons, he's been excellent in the playoffs.
Great point, Kevin. His numbers were up over what he did in the regular season. He hits clutch shots, gives them a physical presence, and he is just a rock in the middle. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Thomas, no luck. In the corner, Murray with it. The Thunder with another miss.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
A 3-pointer, no good.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Wasted no time on that one.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City. You know, one thing, Greg, the Thunder have done a great job drafting international players.
Players like Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams in the past. A few good ones on this current roster as well. Credit the OKC scouts for just finding guys all over the world.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Vucevic. Toppin comes in for Gallinari. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Williams in for Isaiah Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Wiggins from outside buries the long-range jumper. Wiggins has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Thunder. Cunningham outside. Pass to Clarkson. Williams against Wright. The pass to Toppin. The tray. The Thunder pull it in. To the paint. Toppin with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Cunningham with the ball. Drains the jumper to finish the break. And it's 6 points for Cade Cunningham.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
23 seconds left in the first. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first.
It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
First team foul.
This time, Cunningham putting the defender in a no-win situation, unless he's considered the winner.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
You see the raw talent that Cade Cunningham has, and with hard work and the proper focus, this guy is capable of big, big things.
And here is Williams. No points in the game yet for him. Clarkson for three. He can't hit that time. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Toronto Raptors. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Toppin is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Harrell in at center. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Really good job on the timing of that cut into the lane. The speed that Clarkson has can be a problem for the defense.
Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Here's Cunningham. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Wiggins. Rebound by Harrell. Raptors leading by 4. Here's Butler. Butler on the way for the 3. Sinks the triple. Butler's got 7 points.
Sometimes you have to run a great play for a great player. That's going to get Jimmy Butler in a good rhythm.
On the way, Wiggins. Kept alive. And Drummond throws it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much. We can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, D.A. Thank you so much. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. That'll put Montrezl Harrell on the line. That one on White. Some changes for Toronto. Vucevic, he's checked in for Toppin. And Thomas subbed in for Cunningham. The Thunder also changing it up. Caleb Martin's checked in for Wiggins. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for White. And Murray subbed in for DeLon Wright.
The compliment that Harrell gets often is the fact that he's just so tireless a worker. And that energy is something that both coaching staffs and teammates appreciate.
And talking about Dante DiVincenzo, a native of Delaware, that's a state that doesn't see many of their own go pro.
Well, he has been a winner at every stop, Greg. In high school, back-to-back state championships in Delaware. And then he won 2 titles in college. He won a ring with the Bucks. And so the resume has a long list of titles with it.
Thunder trailing by 5. Left side, Martin. Over Butler. That one rolling around and rims out. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
Gallinari, he's checked in for the Raptors. Brent, it's been well documented. 3-point shooting is at an all-time high. Do you see this trend ending anytime soon?
I don't think so, Kevin, but there will be a tipping point as to how many you can actually shoot. And we've seen a team do that where they've shot over 50 attempts per game for a season, which I don't think is going to happen again. But young guys coming up are practicing this shot. They're going to be better suited, better equipped, more talented to make them. So three-pointer is going nowhere.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And he's good on the three ball.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Butler finds Thomas. Clarkson with the ball. Defended by DiVincenzo. And it's Clarkson that time on the assist from Thomas. Clarkson's got 4 points this quarter.
And the strength of Clarkson on display. Awesome job fending off the defense and not letting that deter him from scoring.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Raptors leading by 4. Here's Thomas. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Gallinari does such a great job of recognizing the floor space, and that time, credit him with the assist.
Murray kicks to Craig. Thomas against Murray. Craig passes to DiVincenzo. Clock at 4. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Here's Drummond. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Vucevic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Thomas. And it goes down 2 points. And now it's an 8-point Raptor lead.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
DiVincenzo passes to Martin. Back to DiVincenzo. Craig kicks to Murray. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. For 3. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Kenrich Williams. He's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Butler dishes to Gallinari. Over Martin. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Thunder have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. First one falls for.
Going forward, the Thunder have a ton of draft capital for them to put a lot of first-round picks either to play for themselves or in play to make some significant trades. Lots of flexibility there.
Toppin, he's checked in for the Raptors. And then for Oklahoma City, Andrew Wiggins checked in for Torrey Craig. Derek White comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's DeLon Wright in for Murray. Stolen by Thomas. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it's Williams throwing it down.
Smart play by Jimmy Butler. Spots the open man. Tack up an assist.
And Oklahoma City with all those picks, Brent, should be interesting to see how they use them.
Yeah, and that process has already started in the 22 draft. They used some of that capital to line up some players they have on their current roster. So it's really interesting at some point what it is that the front office does to say, this is our team, and this is who we're moving forward with.
And now another look at that great drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And it's finishes like that which have helped them build this lead here in the first half.
Wright finds White. On three-pointer, Wiggins. It doesn't go for him. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Williams with a clean look. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got his 5th assist in this one. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got the lead up to 12 now for the Raptors.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
On the wing, Wiggins. That 3 off the mark.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. For 3, Williams. Here's Vucevic. Hits the front of the rim and out. And that concludes the first half. Toronto ahead as they end the second quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. And trying as they might, they couldn't push their lead past 4 points. In the second quarter, they crushed it at both ends, cruising out to a 12-point advantage. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
You guys know I appreciate when a team takes a commitment to attack in the painted area. You get those high percentage looks, good things tend to happen. That's how they built this league.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Oklahoma City?
Whatever they're trying to do on offense, it ain't working. If they have any chance of coming back in this one, they're going to have to be more methodical in their approach. Talent without discipline will never result in sustained success.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. Martin is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Murray in at the point.
There are these nights where Andre Drummond just gets it going and feels unstoppable.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Butler kicks to Thomas. Pocket 6. Back to Butler. Shoots. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And that one drops.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
On the wing, Wiggins. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Wiggins has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Oklahoma City. That's tipped and stolen by Murray. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Gallinari with the rebound. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. One of the stars of the 2020 bubble playoffs, Jamal Murray.
I mean, remember, he had a 50-point game, and Murray averaged over 26 points, helped Denver make it to the Western Conference Finals. We saw Jamal take his game to another level in Orlando.
Wiggins shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Oklahoma City had one of the all-time NBA trios, didn't they? Brent, Durant, Harden, and Westbrook, 3 future MVPs. I mean, I don't know that we'll ever see that again.
Yeah, incredible, Kevin. Going to that finals in 2012. I mean, obviously really young and green at that time. Unfortunately, Harden was traded away that summer. They took a hardline stance and he was off to Houston. And let's think back. Would they have won titles together, and how many?
The Raptors making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. Outside Butler. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
That is a tough 2 right there from Butler. Really his calling card. Rugged play and 100% effort.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Raptors leading by 7. Outside Thomas. That shot missing. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Wiggins with it. Now Thomas defending. Near the 3-point line, it's DiVincenzo. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Cunningham looking it over. And Gallinari kicks to Butler. And it's sent back by Drummond.
And Drummond right there just staying active on the defensive end, collects another block.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Raptors moving the ball around. Upside Thomas. And again, no good by Toronto.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Yeah, possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Craig passes to DiVincenzo. Craig kicks to Murray. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Back to Murray. Now here's DiVincenzo. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Wiggins missing. Cunningham passes to Butler. They can't stop the run with that one.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Inside, here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Harrell in ideal position, and then rises back up and then able to jam it down.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, he'll run through a wall to win, but sometimes Jimmy Butler can drive his coach up a wall. Despite that tendency, though, to embrace conflict, this guy is working.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Toppin, he's checked in for Gallinari. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Jimmy Butler, and it's Kenrich Williams in for Thomas. Then for the Thunder, Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. Derek White comes in for Dante DiVincenzo, and it's DeLon Wright in for Jamal Murray. And Greg, last season, Butler and Spoelstra got into it on the sideline. We all saw it. It was an interesting moment.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of phrasing it. That manic intensity perhaps necessary at times for a player who competes as hard as Jimmy.
And Derek White picks up the foul.
That's his second personal
That's foul number 2 for him. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Toppin kicks to Clarkson. Outside Williams.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
Harrell against Drummond. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Well, just hard to keep up with Montrezl Harrell and that impressive energy he brings.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen from Toronto?
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And I feel like there's been an old school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective.
Wiggins from outside. Toronto grabs the miss. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Williams looking around. Over right. The shot off that time. So the Thunder will take it the other way. It's White on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Harrell, and Harrell scoops it in.
Not just a scorer. Clarkson is very willing to dish it when a teammate's open.
Right, the pass to Kleba. Drummond trying to get himself free. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Toppin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's sent back by White. Pass to Kleba. The finish. And Kleba slams it in.
And Wiggins' game continues to evolve. You saw that right there. Good eye movement, found the shooter.
2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Looking to get back on track here. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Now just a 2-point Toronto lead.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bounce pass from Cunningham. Harrell down low. Defended by Drummond.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Jimmy Butler is out there with Gallinari, and it's Vucevic, then it's Isaiah Thomas, and it's Clarkson in at the 2-guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. The shot by Butler, nobody around. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got his 6th assist on the night. Murray with it, Butler covering, and stolen by Butler. It's Thomas, high post. Working on Drummond. Thomas kicks to Clarkson. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
You love how eager Wiggins is to involve his teammates. That's a nice assist.
Pass to Butler. Unloads from 13. And he hits the jump shot. Butler's got 5 points now this quarter.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And it's Martin missing. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 3-point lead. Butler passes to Thomas. Launches a 3. The Thunder pull it in.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Murray dishes to Drummond. Tipped away. Gallinari with the steal. The pass to Butler. Here's Vucevic. In time he gets the jumper to fall. And it's a 5-point Raptor lead.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
And the Raptors making a change here. Cunningham's checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Mark Daigneault talking to his team during the break. He's not happy with what he says are late rotations defensively against their three-point shooters. And at the offensive end, wants his guys to get their own shots within the rhythm and flow of the offense. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Here's Drummond. A shot, no good. Great D that time from Vucevic. That's a 2 from Cunningham. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got his 7th assist in the game.
Good instincts from Cade that time. He has the shot all picked out, so why waste time? Let it rip.
Wiggins finds Martin. Back to Wiggins. To the inside. Shot clock at 5, and it's good for 2.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Outside Thomas. Passes to Butler. Shoots the 3. Thunder with the rebound. Drummond's got 15 rebounds here tonight. DiVincenzo. The shot that time, not on target. Raptors leading by 5. Here's Thomas. Buries it down low.
Well, this guy, Jimmy Butler, not showing that he's a ball stopper. Awareness, finds the open man.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. Yeah, and the defense allowing some room here on the inside in the second half, and they're taking advantage. A lot of their points coming from in the paint.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And they double up Cunningham. And Gallinari throws it down.
Watch out below. Gallinari gets up there. You don't see that much from him, but like to see it when you do.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And Dante stepping up big time for his teammates.
At the line for the Thunder, Dante DiVincenzo. Shooting 1.
Throw drops for DiVincenzo.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Outside Thomas. Butler up top. Second chance effort. Goes up again. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Butler's got 9 points now in just the second half. And it's Murray with the jam.
How about Murray stepping up, poised for this young player?
Raptors leading by 3. Here's Butler. Gallinari down low, working on Martin, and it's Vucevic missing. Thunder have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Back to Wiggins. To the middle. Here's Martin. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got assist number 5 here tonight.
2 minutes remaining in regulation.
Outside Thomas. Back to Butler. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Good, nice job down low. Butler's got 20.
Man, no question. Jimmy Butler all the way.
Gallinari with the steal. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Hits it from 3-point range. Cunningham's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And here's the break. Thomas, it's a wide open look. No good with the triple. Under trailing by 6. Here's DiVincenzo, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Look, if you're going to be on the floor in these moments, you've got to be ready, and Dante was.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Raptors. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. 1:04 left here in the fourth quarter. Wiggins against Butler. Wiggins with the block.
Oh, my. Wiggins saying, no, no.
In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And it's sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. As touched by Drummond. Here's Butler. Here's Thomas. Money!
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Yeah, this is a big-time moment, and so him stepping up his intensity, staying in attack mode, that's nice.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Derek White's checked in for the Thunder. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Oklahoma City foul. Jamal Murray.
Heads the first. That gives them a 4-point cushion.
Second team foul. At the line.
Second free throw. No good that time. He really wanted that one. Here's White. Some solid defense from Butler. And now they foul and stop the clock.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
Butler gives you so much toughness and determination. This guy can really impact what the culture of your team is all about. Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're behind by 6. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jimmy Butler.
It's a take-charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
And Drummond, not the guy you think's going to come through in that situation, but he does.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 6. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, act fast, but without mistakes.
And so it's Toronto winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Jimmy, I know it's been a down stretch of late here, but you were everywhere in this win.
Feel good. Made some shots, got to the free throw line, got a win. That's all I really care about, man. I'm glad we pulled this one out. Hopefully it's the start of something.
Certainly looks like it's trending up, man. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long, everyone.